That is the Audi Q4 e-tron Sportback. It's brand spanking new and, spoiler alert, I absolutely love it. And I'm about to tell you why. I'm Charlie Atkinson and welcome to EV Powered's review of the Audi Q4 e-tron Sportback. There's a new player in the electric SUV market, and whilst this Audi Q4 e-tron may be on the pricier side compared to some of its direct rivals like the Volkswagen ID.4 and the Skoda Enyaq, it does bring a sense of luxury which the others can't quite match. And that starts with the outside. It's a similar shape and style to the ID.4 and the Enyaq, but it's got much more going on, and that's including these features such as these matrix LED headlights and this grille design, which has had a few mixed reviews, but personally I really like it and I think it looks really cool. Overall, however, I think Audi has done a really good job with the design of this car, and it's further proof that Audi doesn't make bad looking cars. Now, in terms of price, you would have to class this as a premium EV because it is quite a bit more expensive than some of the other models in this class. Entry models start from just over £40,000, so you will miss out on some of those government grants, and this Sportback version comes in at just over £42,000. So it's slotted itself right into the middle of the market. More expensive than some of the cheaper alternatives we've already mentioned, but a little less expensive than some of the super premium EV versions, like the Mercedes EQC, for example. The inside of this car is very Audi. It's very dark, it's very minimalistic, but I actually quite like that approach, and it's really classy. There's loads of nice materials all around. These seats behind me are tremendously comfy, and there's also this really cool hexagonal steering wheel, which is a nice touch, and overall it's just quite a nice, pleasant experience to be sat behind the wheel of this car. There's lots of gadget and gizmos as well, and they are a bit fiddly, especially these controls on the steering wheel, which are both buttons and touch sensitive. I've only had this car for a couple of days now, but already I've accidentally called my mum far too many times, and it's the same down here with these touch sensitive dials, which aren't the easiest to navigate either. Thankfully, this decent sized infotainment screen is easy to use and it works really well and is nice and responsive both with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There's also plenty of space in the back with a decent amount of headroom and legroom. The boot is also massive, with a capacity of 520 litres, which is well up there with some of the most practical EVs on the market. To be honest, the best thing about driving this car is just how comfy it is. It's not a particularly quick car with a 0 to 60 time of about 6.5 seconds, but while it's still got that poke and that instant power that you want from driving an electric car, it's clear to see that Audi has definitely prioritised comfort and practicality. It's a good job that this car is so comfy as well, because you can do a fair few miles off a single charge. In real world, it probably has a range of about 270 miles, which for a car of this size and this class is really good. You have also got a few different driving modes to choose from. You can either put it in this efficiency mode, which is Audi's equivalent to an Eco Plus mode, or you've also got the comfort option, or you've got the dynamic mode, which is basically the sport version. But to be honest, there's not too much difference between the different modes, so I personally have been driving around in the efficiency mode just so I can really make the most of my range and get the most out of my charge. The one slightly annoying thing with this car is the regen braking. Now, you can adjust the severity of it with these flappy paddles behind the steering wheel, but to be honest, neither of them do enough to bring you to a complete stop, so you do have to use the brake pedal quite a lot, and it really eliminates that one pedal driving, which if you drive an electric car is something you end up relying on and getting used to, so it's quite annoying, but you don't have that with this car. All things considered though, barring the regen braking, I do really like being behind the wheel of this car, and I've got to say it's pretty much up there with one of the best EVs I've driven so far. So with everything considered, what's our final verdict on the Audi Q4 e-tron? I think it's clear to see that Audi have done things right when it comes to the Q4 e-tron Sportback, and it's a really positive step for a brand that is going to be launching a lot of electric vehicles over the next few years. From the way it looks to how comfortable it is to drive, its practicality and to its really good range, the Audi Q4 e-tron Sportback is not just one of the best electric SUVs on the market, but in our mind, is one of the best EVs full stop. That's all for this video. If you liked it, then please do drop us a like and remember to subscribe as well. And please go and check out all our other electric car reviews on our channel. And for daily news coverage, features and much more, you can also head over to evpowered.co.uk. Thanks once again for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.